Fellas, if your prayer life is dustier than your gym membership, it might be time for a comeback. Here are 5 solid ways you can get back into the Catholic faith. No sandals or sackcloth required. How are you all doing? I hope you had a very awesome Corpus Christi Sunday. It was great for me. My youngest son got to do his first communion, so that was a fun time. I hope yours went great as well. So you want to come back to the faith. And sometimes it's a little intimidating because you've been gone for so long, or you're just starting out. Like me, I'm a convert. I didn't really know anything until I started doing my research, going to Mass, doing these things. But if you're wanting to get back into it, here are my 5 steps on how you can do this. So why did the man bring a ladder to confession? Because he heard it was the first step to getting closer to God. Make a good confession. You've been away from the church for years, maybe, right? Even if it's only been months, you've been away from the church, or you have serious sin on your conscience. A sincere confession is crazy valuable. It is absolutely essential. It restores your relationship with God and the church. I cannot tell you how many times I have personally gone to a confession and come out like almost feeling light as air because it's so powerful. Exorcists have actually stated on multiple occasions that one confession, I know that sounds very crazy, but one confession is better than multiple exorcisms. That when I first heard that blew my mind. I was like, you see it in the movies, like they're praying for the person's going crazy, right? And it's like this long journey. Most of the time, going to confession is the best thing you can do. I'm not saying anyone's possessed or anything, but whatever you're going through, so you want to get back in the church, it is the most essential thing you can do to start getting back. Let's say you've been gone for a while. And you're like, okay, well, how do I start? How do I even think about everything I've done in the last 5 years since I've been to church, since I've been to confession? My suggestion is to reflect. Reflect deeply on your life. Something I would recommend is this Deliverance Prayers book for use by the Laity. It's by Father Chad Ripperger. In the back of this book, it'll actually go through an examination of conscience. So it'll go through, let's say, all the 10 commandments. So the first one, I am the Lord thy God, thou shalt not have any strange gods before me. And it'll list all the things that are associated with that sin. So you go through and you're like, okay, have I done this? Have I done that? And it'll let you break down very clearly the sins that you should be confessing. If you want to get one of these, and I highly recommend it, check out the link in the description below where you can purchase one of these yourselves. I do get a little bit of commission when you purchase one of these, but I promise you it is worth it. It has so many prayers in here that you can do that examinations of conscience at the end, I promise, will help you out so much. Number 2, return to the Eucharist and the Mass itself. The Eucharist, which is Jesus, is the source and summit of the Catholic Church. Regular Mass connects you back to the life of the Church and Jesus himself. You want to go Sundays, every Sunday. It is an obligation to go every Sunday. However, I highly recommend attending daily Mass as often as you can. I'm not saying every day, but whenever you can, attend a daily Mass. The Catholic Church can literally and tangibly have Jesus, and you cannot find that anywhere else in any other church. So once you've gone to confession, begin attending Mass regularly, every Sunday, of course, but try to hit those daily Masses. It will change your life. Approach the Eucharist with reverence and gratitude. Be thankful that you get to be there in the presence of Jesus. Number 3, establish a daily prayer life. Prayer anchors your relationship with God. It cultivates humility, discipline, and spiritual awareness. I brought this up in my very first video, is to pray constantly. Always be praying. A thought enters your mind that isn't so good. Pray. Something happens. Pray. You're driving down the street. Someone cuts you off. Pray. Pray for that person. Maybe they're going through something. Maybe they're in a hurry because someone's in the hospital. You don't know. Just pray constantly. I'll leave a link down in the description for that video. I go over 5 ways you can get rid of lust. I'll also put a card here in the video. Now, my advice would be to start simple. Morning offering, the Our Father, a Hail Mary, or even just a spontaneous prayer, right? Just add that to your daily life. Keep adding more every day or every week. It doesn't matter as long as you keep a constant prayer in your life. Over time, you can incorporate the rosary, spiritual reading, and silent meditation, something else I brought up in my last video. I'm a convert myself, so trying to overwhelm myself with all these prayers was a little bit difficult in the beginning, but something that I've found is make a little prayer book. This is my son's actually, and it just has cutouts of all the prayers. So this one will be Holy Spirit prayer. This one has the Glory Be. We have the Our Father on this one. So just have a little notebook or something with the prayers. It doesn't have to be something crazy or the Bible or anything. It's definitely helpful to just have something like this, and you're hanging out, pull it out, and Hail Mary. Okay, Hail Mary, full of grace, Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. You'll go through it, and that's it. Just add these prayers throughout your day. This, I promise you, is one of the best things. Like I said in my last video, you're journaling a lot. Have something like this. It's great. Number 4, relearn the faith. You're coming back to the faith, so you've learned a little bit of it, right? You've had the upbringing maybe, and if you're a convert, you want to learn the faith. But if you're coming back, relearn it. Sometimes things get muddy. They get muddled and meddled with, I should say. One of the reasons why my family and I, we like the traditional Latin Mass is because it's not been meddled with. It hasn't been changed. It's the same. It's the same Mass that Jesus said. We're Hispanic, and my wife always tells me from her upbringing, it wasn't ever taught. Nothing was taught. It was more like, okay, well, we're Catholic, so we're going to Mass today, and that's it. Nothing was learned except for confirmation classes and things like that. But, I think it's very important to teach these things at home. Bring your kids up in the faith. Teach them. You learn it and teach them. But in the Hispanic community, I've found, not only with my wife, but with other people, I have aunts and uncles that are also Catholic, and they're like, well, no, I just grew up going to church because that's what we had to do. No explanation, right? So how do you go about doing this? What's a simple way for you to start learning the faith again without being overwhelmed? Father Mike Schmitz, I'll leave a link to his Bible in a Year in the description of the video. Great guy. Probably one of the easiest ways to read the Bible. You go through the entire Bible in 1 year, and he explains it. He also has the Catechism of the Catholic Church. They are both really well done for someone to be able to listen to and digest and really learn the faith. Father Mike Schmitz goes through the entire Bible in a year. It's a very easy way for returning Catholics or converts to start getting into the Catholic faith and reading the Bible. Number 5, on how to return to the Catholic faith, I would say get involved and live the faith actively. Faith isn't just a belief, it's action. Living out your faith helps it take root and bear fruit in your life and others. Ben, what do you mean by get involved and live the faith actively? What I mean is volunteer in your parish, serve others, foster and nurture virtuous friendships, take up spiritual leadership. You're a man. Take up spiritual leadership in your family and community. And again, I'm not saying to rush into this, take your time, do the first 4 steps, get those down to where there's second nature, to where you're praying every day. You'll notice, you'll feel the calling to put yourself out there. Once the first 4 habits have kind of established themselves in your life, then you can start, maybe lingering around the donut and coffee table, step out of your comfort zone, something that is very difficult for me. I'm going to tell you something right now, is it's very hard for me to actually talk to people. I'm actually a little bit shy, just a tiny bit. But seriously though, it took me a little bit to kind of open up and start making friends. But I feel like I have my friends now. I have my Catholic friends, and you're watching, and I know you're watching because I'm going to send this video to you guys. But you know who you are, and I enjoy talking to you and learning the best. It's probably one of the best things I love about making these Catholic friends that I can relate to, and that we have kind of similar interests sometimes. I learn so much from these people, and they're very inspirational. So-and-so did this. I might want to try that, They give me ideas every day, and we have a group thread where a lot of times we're just talking like nonsense, but also fun and real stuff that's going on. We share memes, it's fun. It's fun brotherhood. And that's what we need as men. You need brotherhood. So smile. Say hi to someone that you haven't said hi to before. It's intimidating, for sure, 100%. I understand. I know. It is for me too. And it's hard. But nothing worth having, especially friends that share your faith, is easy work. So step up. Make your confession. Get back to the Eucharist in the church. Establish a daily prayer life. Learn or relearn the faith. And get involved. Those are my 5 steps to help you get back into the Catholic faith. Again, I'll leave the links down in the description below for Father Mike Schmitz, as well as the Deliverance Prayers book. I promise you, one of the craziest and best things I've ever seen. It even comes with a recommendation of should have gone to confession and be in a state of grace before you say any of these, because they are that powerful. Make sure you pick one up, okay? We'll close again with a prayer. Tonight we'll go with a St. Michael prayer. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. This one I don't know in Latin yet, so we'll do it in English, okay? Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.